really excited to talk about your guys' project, Doom Days.
Thank you.
I love that it is like you guys went ahead and tried to create like this whole theme and fantasy and concept for the project. What made you want to do that? Was it just like trying something different creatively, or?
I think we wanted to, like, our second album was really sprawling. It was 19 tracks long and it was loads of different sounds and ideas, and we wanted to do something that was much more kind of focused. And over the course of a couple of years, it just came to be this story of a night out set during the apocalypse. And yeah, it was about like starting at midnight, ending at 8:30 on the kitchen floor, waking up the next morning and filling in the gaps in between. So it was we wanted to make a record that was about escapism in these, quite weird times, the things you do to sort of try and have fun and try and forget the problems in your life and the problems of the world. And I guess it sort of went from there, and became a bit of a concept record, and it was just really fun because there's there's a story and there's parts to fill in, and it allowed us to talk about a lot of things that feel kind of important and current and relevant to 2019, but also ground it in like a story that is real and based on reality and is kind of quite personal. So yeah, it was really fun. It was really fun to make.
Dan from Bastille hanging out with me here on the Apple Music chart. Is there anybody, by the way, that you're listening to right now, or anybody in music that you're like really inspired by, like what they're doing?
So many people. I guess like I've been a really big fan of Lizzo for years. She was on our mixtape in 2014.
That's amazing. I love hearing stuff like that.
And because we've done 4 mixtapes and we've always just sort of quietly put them out, and it's been with our albums, like we just get on with our own stuff and write everything ourselves and produce it, and with the mixtapes is like a nice opportunity to work with different people. So Lizzo, we met her, she came to our studio, and I just, I'd been a fan of her before we met her, but I just thought like she's got like this insane singing voice, like her flow's brilliant, she's like one of the funnest people to hang out with, and I guess we've just been waiting for the rest of the world to sort of wake up to her. So it's been awesome over the last year or so, just watching everybody discover her and seeing her, in front of so many people, like being honest and spreading a really good message. And I think, representing herself and in such a brilliant, funny, positive way. It's just nice to see people as well who have something to say but also don't take themselves too seriously, because it's kind of a 100%. Really tricky balance to straddle, I think. She's awesome.
I'm curious, because it's a concept album, do you have more to say now for like another project?
I feel like weirdly, even though it's got this kind of concept, it is probably the most honest record. It's kind of a document of like where I was at and where we were at about a year ago. And I think it's probably in having that sort of framework, it allowed us me to be a bit less self-conscious and be a bit more kind of honest and raw. But yeah, like the point of having that whole story and filling in the gaps means that there's so many songs that like we wanted to put on the record, but it was important for us to keep it short.
Yeah, of course.
So there's like there's basically like another album's worth of moments from this night that we're sort of figuring out what to do with it and how. But I've already started making the next record.
I have your top 5 streamed songs of all time on Apple Music.
Okay.
So if we could just like run through the top 5 really quick, and I'm wondering if you're just like intrigued by this at all.
Yeah, I'm interested.
So number 5, World Gone Mad.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah. If you could just give like a little input too, like a little, whether it's a story or a snippet about the song, or
we made the song for a film, and it's super depressing and nihilistic, a bit like what all our songs are. But it was really, we wanted to do something around acoustic guitar, because I can't play guitar and we don't have any real guitars in our music. So there's this big, beautiful string section that we recorded, and it's just about the world being fucked.
So tell me what's the news, and what is it you want me to see? We're lying to ourselves and dancing by the light of the screen.
Number 4 is actually midnight.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, so already.
Nice.
There you go.
Quarter Past Midnight is the opening track from Doom Days, and it's like kicking the doors off. It's like driving through the city in an Uber. You're the people that don't want to go. Like all the responsible people have gone home, and you're part of the group that's like, there's no end in sight. Let's keep going.
It's midnight as we cut through the city. Yeah, the streets are getting restless. Good times, bad decisions. Yeah, it's midnight and the sirens are mending some hearts. But we're the losers on the backseat, singing love will tear us apart. It's midnight, still avoiding tomorrow. It's midnight, but we're just getting going. We keep on running through a red light, like we're trying to burn the night away. This is my favorite part. Help me piece it all together, darling, before it falls apart. Help me piece it all together. It's midnight and the speakers are blowing. Yeah, we want the bodies on the billboards, not the lives underneath them. Yeah, and now we're crawling up the walls again, and it's 12. And you said we leave this place in dust and fall from heaven straight through hell. We never know what we have. We never knew what we had. We keep on running through a red light, like we're trying to burn the night away. Why we always chasing after something, like we're trying to throw our lives away. This is my favorite part. Help me piece it all together, darling, before it falls apart. Help me piece it all together. It's midnight and the secrets are flowing. Our lips are getting looser. I don't know what I'm saying. We never knew what we had. Never know what I've had. We keep on running through a red light, like we're trying to burn the night away. Why we always chasing after something, like we're trying to throw our lives away. This is my favorite part, so help me piece it all together, before it falls apart. Help me piece it all together.
Number 3 is Good Grief.
That was the opening song from our second album, Wild World, and we got to make a mad video for it in Spain, and it's, the happiest sounding song about the grief process you'll probably ever hear.
You might have to excuse me, I've lost control of all of my senses. You might have to excuse me, I've lost control of all of my words. So get drunk, call me a fool, put me in my place, put me in my place, pick me up off the floor, put me in my place, put me in my place. Every minute and every hour, I miss you, I miss you, I miss you more.
Pompeii, is that number 2?
Pompeii, yeah, man, this song changed our lives. Like, I made it in my bedroom, wrote it myself, and never in my life did I think it would, be just take over, let this band and our music take over our lives and take us all over the world. So I'm forever grateful for it.
But if you close your eyes, does it almost feel like nothing changed at all? And if you close your eyes, does it almost feel like you've been here before? How am I gonna be an optimist about this? How am I gonna be an optimist about this?
Do you think you know what the number 1 song is?
Have you?
Yeah.
Mega twist. Who would have seen that coming?
I love that you nailed it.
Thanks.
Lately, I've been thinking, I want you to be happier. I want you to be happier. When the morning comes and we see what we've become. In the cold light of day, we're a flame in the wind, not the fire that we begun. Every argument, every word we can't take back. Cause with all that has happened, I think that we both know the way that the story ends. Then only for a minute, I want to change my mind. Cause this just don't feel right to me. I wanna raise your spirits, I want to see you smile, but no, that means I'll have to leave. I've been thinking, I want you to be happier. I want you to be happier. When the evening falls and I'm left there with my thoughts, and the image of you being with someone else, well, it's eating me up inside. But we ran our course, we pretended we're okay. Now if we jump together, at least we can swim far away from the wreck we made. Then only for a minute, I want to change my mind. Cause this just don't feel right to me. I wanna raise your spirits, I want to see you smile, but no, that means I'll have to leave. No, that means I'll have to leave. Lately, I've been thinking, I want you to be happier. I want you to be happier. So I'll go, I will go. So I'll go, I will go. Lately, I've been thinking, I want you to be happier. I want you to be happier. Even though I might not like this, I think that you'll be happier. I want you to be happier. Then only for a minute, I want to change my mind. Cause this just don't feel right to me. I wanna raise your spirits, I want to see you smile. No, that means I'll have to leave. No, that means I'll have to leave. Lately, I've been thinking, I want you to be happier. I want you to be happier. So I'll go, I will go.
Did you guys know how massive that song was gonna be?
Well, yeah, when I wrote it, I didn't initially think it was going to be for us, because I love writing for other people, and
I love that.
But everyone in our team was like, "You have to do this song, you have to sing it." So we sent it to Marshmello because I loved Silence that he did with Khalid, and yeah, he loved it, and he made a drop for it, and we worked on it over the phone, over email, and I went to his place in LA and spent a day working on the track, and yeah, everyone seemed really excited by it, and it's just funny to see the reaction that, I don't know, it was one of those where I was always like, oh, I don't know, and everyone else seemed so sure it was going to be a hit, and it was, and it just fulfilled that, and it just stuck around in like the top 10 for 6 months.
It was on our show for months.
Crazy. I'm so sorry.
No, like there was just not, but it's funny because I think you have a hit song on your hands when I'll hear it over and over and over again, but I'm still like, oh, I'm gonna let it play.
But I can't believe like how deeply it seemed to penetrate. It's sort of like Pompeii all over again, where little kids and people in the club and like mum's friends, like everyone would hear that song. It's kind of nuts how well it did, and it was really fun to be part of. Like we were finishing Doom Days back in London, and at one point I took a couple of weeks off and went backpacking around India with some friends, and I was in like a tuk-tuk in this tiny town and heard it blaring out of this shop, and I was like, this is the easiest non-promo we've ever had to do. I guess that's what doing a song with Marshmallow does. But like, yeah, it was awesome. Like, we were just getting to be around in London, finishing our record in our studio, and just watching from afar as this song just like grew and grew and grew and grew and grew.
Yeah.
It was incredible.
Well, congratulations on everything, and thank you so much for stopping by today to hang out. Make sure you guys go and stream Doom Days now on Apple Music. Dan from Bastille, thank you so much. I still have to finish the Apple Music chart. We still have like a handful of songs to go.
Okay.
But I'm going to let you...
kicking me out.
Yeah, but I'm going to let you go about your day.
Thanks so much for having me.